Hey, do you feel like your productivity could be better? That sometimes you're not giving it 100% when you're working on something, getting distracted, you're struggling with focus, or you maybe even procrastinate? Well, I have a really simple tool that I want to share with you that will help you bring more awareness into when you're being productive and why, and when you are not being productive and why. So you'll be able to leverage and replicate what makes you productive, and you'll be able to eliminate everything that is distracting you. Hey, this is Tomas from okisnotenough.com, helping you become the best version of yourself and create a more exciting and more fulfilling life. And in order to do that, productivity is really important, because there is a big difference between being productive and being busy. When you're being productive, you're focused, you're effective, you're efficient, you're present, and you are getting things done. But when you're being just busy, you may be spending time with unimportant tasks, or you are kind of spending time with the task you should be doing, but your mind is wandering over other things that you should be doing later and you should have done and what people said. And you may be switching between different tasks and being distracted by your phone and email notifications and other urgencies. Sounds familiar? Well, let's do something about it. I want to share with you a simple tool that I've been using for years that helped me massively increase my productivity. And if you're worrying that I'll be using some expensive software or complicated system, well, I have good news for you, because it cannot get any simpler. All you need is just a pen and paper. So try this method for a few days and see what impact it will create. Now, before we go into that, I'm assuming that you have some sort of goal, some sort of agenda or plan for your day. If not, then have a think about what would you like to get done today or tomorrow. And just for the sake of this exercise, I'd like you to stretch yourself a little bit, be ambitious, set quite a few goals for yourself. Because, hey, at the end of the day, your goal is to be productive. So here is the process I've been using to increase my productivity. What you will need is a notebook like this, ideally A4 or just a ruled sheet of paper. You could also use Excel spreadsheet, but I encourage you to use pen and paper, because there's something magical and satisfying about doing this exercise on pen and paper. Plus, if for the task that you'll be doing, you actually don't need a computer, it would just be distracting you going back to your computer and logging in the details and going through the process as I will describe it. So this is the process. On the top of the page, write in big letters today's date, whatever date it is for you, or the day that you're working on. Underneath, write exactly this: today, I'm being 100% productive. It's a little psychological message to your subconscious mind. Then divide the page into 3 columns, where the first column is a little narrower than the remaining 2. Now, the first step of this exercise is to track all your activities and tasks that you spend time on during the day, along with the exact time when you started and finished each activity. And when I say activities, I mean everything, whether it's having a lunch, taking a break, not just the fancy good things, everything that you spend time with. There should be no time gaps between the individual tasks. In the first column or the left column, record the time when you started and finished doing something. And in the middle column, record what the task or the activity was. What I also like to do is that I add a level of importance of the task. Either you can use kind of scoring system from 0 to 10, where 0 is the least important task and 10 would be it's the most important task, or I actually prefer to just give it number of stars between 1 and 5. Keep in mind that you'll be tracking this in the real time. This is not a schedule that you prepare beforehand. Although you may have a plan for the day beforehand, and that's okay, you can actually compare how well you stuck to your plan. Now, while tracking your activities is useful, this is not really where the magic of this exercise happens. The real magic happens here. When you've recorded the task that you've been working on, or the activity that you spent time with, and the exact time when it started and when it finished, have a quick and honest think about how focused and how productive you were. If you are not being as productive with the task as you would like, maybe you spent too much time on it, maybe you got distracted by something or by someone, note in the third column why you were not being 100% productive. I like to use a red or orange pen for this because the color gives me a feeling that it's important. But recognizing why you are not being 100% productive is super important because it helps you create awareness around what's distracting you and what you need to work on eliminating. And in the same way, if you totally nailed it and you're really happy with your level of focus and productivity when you're working on the task, note in the third column what helped you being so focused and so productive. I like to use green pen for this because it makes me feel like it's right. The colors will help you see how good or bad your productivity was overall at the end of the day. When you track your activities like this throughout the day or throughout your working hours, you will quickly identify all the things that make your productivity dwindle. And when you know what's jeopardizing it, well, first of all, it will be a little harder to keep making the same mistake again, but more importantly, you can start working on eliminating these distractions. It's really that simple. I've been using this method every single day in the past, and now I'm using it when I feel like I need to refocus or when I feel like I'm not on the top of my game. It really has done wonders to how much I get done. So use it as often as necessary and hey, have fun with it. Getting better is exciting because when you get better, your life gets better. And now I have a question for you. What productivity tricks or tips or methods do you use that help you be more focused and more productive? Leave me a comment in the comment section. I'd love to read about what you use and I'll be happy to reply. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little subscribe button and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.